Okay, we're here at Destination Dallas today. We're very excited to have a big arm workout with Tyrus Hughes, Greg McCoy, and Big Zach. So they had, we started off today with what's called a giant, so we paired 3 exercises together. We started off first with the drag curl. So with the drag curl, we did on the Smith machine, and what was different about it with being on the Smith machine was that you obviously don't, you get real hard to stabilize a barbell like that and use a lot of weight. So what you're going to do on the drag curl, as you'll see, is it's going to obviously force you to eliminate, a lot of deltoid because of how the way your arms are back. And you want to actually push your elbows. So you want to actually push your elbows behind your torso. Okay, so then you want to drag the bar up your abdomen. So the range of motion is slightly limited there, but as the bar gets to the top of your abdomen, approaches, that's where you hit it. And so you stop at the top of your abdomen, and if you go much higher than that, it'd be impossible really to have your elbows where they need to be. So what we did here is I actually assisted them up on the concentric. So all we're doing is we get to the top range of motion, and then they do the eccentric themselves for 5 seconds. Okay, so you basically stand inside a Smith machine holding the bar in front of you, starting at your upper thighs with your chest up, shoulders back, and you want to keep your eyes focused forward. So you again, like I said, you begin the movement by pulling your elbows back and you raise the bar towards your upper abs. Okay, but then I'm helping them up there. The exact motion the opposite way down, but we're doing that for a 5-second eccentric. So what we're doing is they're lifting, because you can do a lot more weight on the negative than you can on the positive, so they're handling a lot more weight than they normally could. It's a 5-second eccentric on the way down, so they're doing more for 5 reps for 5-second eccentrics, so 25-second total eccentrics. Then they could even do 1 rep on a concentric. So think of all that overload, because the muscle fibers that have the most potential for growth are the fast twitch ones that are preferentially recruited with these eccentrics. The most important factor for muscle growth is mechanical tension, which is obviously having these real heavy ass weights and these eccentrics. So, it's a no-brainer why it works. But with the elbows behind you, what that does is that forces you to use the long head of the biceps. And watching like Tyrus specifically, if I'm not around here, he does most of his curls, his elbows are always way in front of his body. Okay, so obviously that hasn't been a total failure. He's got great arms. But what this does is really overloaded something he's not used to. Okay, so we followed that up with a 1 1/4 bicep curl. So what you do there is on an incline, you curl it a quarter of the way up. You go back down to the bottom, so you want to make sure you keep your arms straight, supinate the whole time, get a good stretch. Again, go quarter of the way up, go down, then do 1 full rep. So the 1 1/4 rep is 1 rep. So see, when you spend time in extreme muscle range, the extreme range of motion, especially in that lengthened position, you are going to grow. I guarantee, because most people aren't used to working their biceps as much anyways. After that, we did something that you may not have ever seen before. So we took this thing right here, just got a towel right here, rolled up the towel, put a little duct tape around it, see? So what you do is you put the kettlebell, you could do, by the way, if you're into grappling or whatever you want to use for pull-ups, you could put this over a pull-up bar, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. You could do, for your grip, you could do kettlebell swings with it and just hope no jackass gets in the way or you don't hit yourself in the head. But you could do it. But anyways, so what he does is put a kettlebell right here. He does go hammer curls with this right here. So obviously it's getting, a little more brachialis work right here. Really the brachialis really does so slogan negatives there. So we went a minute straight there. Okay, I should have said this before. We did the 1 1/4 curls. We did 10 reps there. So it's really, almost like 12.5 reps because you're a quarter of the way. And then this is go a minute straight here. Go fast concentric up, a 5-second eccentric down. That's how you do these, okay? Doing a minute straight. And these ones, unlike the incline dumbbell curl, the objective is to be as strict as possible. This one, we were just to the point. Once you get past like doing it with good form, you can cheat it up. And we're just going to focus on the negative down.
Pump real? Pump is real, man.
The giant set that we started with the drag curls and the partials, and finished with the 5-second with the towel curls. was an incredible pump, really in the lower bicep, more than I've ever felt probably in anything. All those three combined just, left me so swollen until the next set.
Okay, next we went to what we call monastery extensions, because you're down in that semi like kneeling sort of praying type position like they do in a monastery. It's just a good way to isolate the triceps. You want to keep those as strict as possible. As you see, his elbows are on the bench. Get a good full range of motion and absolutely no cheating whatsoever. What they did is we got 3 guys going, 8 reps each for 6 minutes straight. So once one person finishes, other person goes. You got like basically a 1 to 2 work to rest ratio. So it's a lot. It's pretty quick for this, but definitely not trying to take those to a point where we're actually failing anything. They got a little bit of a pump from it. Good muscle activation. Next, we went on to what I call the tricep. I mentioned this one before. We've done it a few times. Got this one from Joe Giannato out of Philadelphia, but we added a little kicker to it. Decline tricep extensions, anecdotally and from EMG studies, have shown one of the most effective tricep movements. So we did that. We did the triceps on a decline. Okay, let's go 10 reps there for 3 sets. I mean, put a hell of an overload on there. Okay, so for the triceps, we're gonna do is basically it's 3 movements are gonna equal 1. Okay, so what that means is you go basically a neutral grip bench press, so your palms facing bench press with the dumbbells. Next, you do a tricep extension like you'd normally do on a decline, the side of your head. Okay, finally you finish off with a pullover. Okay, so you do all 3 of those movements, and all 3 of those equal 1. So 3 times 10, you're really doing like 30 reps. Okay. So then after this, we went on to the machine bicep curls. Again, so we've started off with, ultra strict, as strict as you need, where there is no, excuse for sacrificing technique. With these, this is a finisher, not a lot of weight. The machine does a lot of stability for you. So you get 200 reps as fast as possible. I said, hey, what can you guys do? 10 reps on this particular machine. They told me we cut the weight in half and did that to get till we got to 200 reps. You hit failure, other person goes, rest till you get to 200 reps.
Yeah, this is a bad idea right here. This is a bad idea.
Finally finish off with 100 bodyweight dips, and at that point we're not, want to make sure we're staying safe and not doing anything crazy. But like if they're not getting quite a full range of motion on that, I'm not seeing that as the end of the world. It's more about just pumping up that metabolic stress. The 200 reps was strategic, as I've figured out by doing this enough time with people in that kind of conditions. Take about 7 minutes. So that was kind of like the objective of why 200, not 500 and not 60. So it was mainly a timing thing, because we did a total of 6 exercises, and from when we got going, warming up and everything, we had this done in about 55 minutes or so. Yeah, so that was the point, is once we got working on that, I wanted to have that done in about 7 minutes, and I actually finished it a little bit quicker than that. And that becomes with the art of coaching, is just doing these kind of things enough with different people to know that. I mean, there would be no way of knowing that if you hadn't done that with other people. So that it was a time thing. It's not like 200 is any better than 500.
All day. Oh! There you go, right there, perfect.